Okay, so I wanted to film a video. I think I have definitely done podcasts and stuff before while I'm at school, while I was at college, but this is my first one now for this year, or school year, I guess. And I'll see if it catches on. This is the setup, okay, at my Twilight. Actually, I don't even know if I should reference it. I feel like it should just be there. The stuff speaks for itself. Anyway, I want to make a video just to do something. So maybe I'll keep making them, maybe I won't. But I wanted to talk about my first week back. By the way, I'm sweaty. I just danced my heart out to some disco and I'm a little sweaty. But anyway, so I am a junior now, and this is my first week back. And I did go to France this summer, which I also need to make that video. But I figured I would do that like during the day. It's nighttime now. I feel like it's like a different vibe. Anyway. And I gotta be honest with you, I have not been loving it. Like, I remember, obviously, COVID was my first year of school, or college, and that was just like a whatever year because, you know, it was COVID and I wasn't really leaving the house anyway. So, I like, I don't even really remember much, but it was just like, whatever, it was okay. I didn't expect much, you know. And then my sophomore year when I came down to Florida, that first semester, I feel like I remember being an adjustment. It was hard, but it was pretty fun because I remember, like, you know, it was new, meeting new people. I feel like, you know, people were less busy, and so we were doing things. I went out to the beach like a couple times. I also don't have a car down here, and that's a whole other thing that I may or may not get into. So because I don't have a car, that really limits me down here, or basically anywhere if you're not living in the city. So I can't just go out to the beach by myself. I mean, that's kind of not safe, but during the day, if I wanted to, I couldn't. Or if I even want to go to like Five Below, you know, I have to wait. Or like I need to get a Brita filter. I have to wait for my roommate to take me. So it's just kind of, I guess, paralyzing. Like, not to be dramatic, but it's like you just literally, I can't go anywhere. Anyway, this first week back was like meh. And I don't know if I'm just like not satisfied with things like ever. Because I know I can be like, I'm very nice. I try to be very nice, but I know I can be very hard to please because I do think that I'm a bit of a perfectionist with myself and with other things. So I know it's like never enough for something, which I'm working on. I don't want to be like that. But at the same time, I also want to trust like my feelings when I'm like, I feel kind of gray. Like it just feels like meh. Like the conversations I've been having, and part of it's me as well, like maybe it's because I'm feeling meh, like I'm not having the best conversations, or I'm not feeling like the conversations I'm having are like satisfying, basically. Like I'm feeling it's like I want to have social connection, but at the same time I don't want to go out and socialize because it's not satisfying for me in the times that I have done it. So I don't know, it's like a weird thing that's just, they're working against each other. I mean, with classes and stuff, you know, they're fine. I'm just worried that I'm going to be really stressed. I'm eating a plant-based cookie. I'm trying to go vegan this semester. That's all another thing too. Anyway, so the one class though was an acting class because, full disclosure, I, you know, get pretty bad anxiety and I want to work on that. And it's also something like movies or things that I've been interested in. So I wanted to sort of tackle that. But it just adds another class now. And even though it's not that hard, a part of me is just stressed. And so I think I was just kind of intimidated by this first week, even if it wasn't that hard, because it's just like, introduce yourself or blah, blah, blah. It was just stressful also with clubs. You know, I'm a president of a club now, and trying to navigate that whole world is not easy, of having to like get all like the paperwork and everything settled. So yeah, it sucks, because you'd think that like, you know, the first week coming back, like I've already been here for a year, so I've made friends now. But now my first week back, I was just kind of like, I was expecting like, you know, and there were moments of like, hey, oh my God, like, you know, I'm so glad to see you. And there were fun moments, but like, I don't want to be stuck in my dorm and like, just, I understand sometimes I want to be stuck in my dorm and I want to just have time for myself. And I want to just do homework or nothing at all. But there are other times where I get a little sick of that, and I'm like, okay, I want to party now. Like, I just remember so many of my weekends last semester were me being in my dorm. And yes, I was like doing homework, or it was cleaning or something. It's like, and while part of that can be relaxing and it feels good to get those things done, on the other hand, it's like, what the heck? I'm not antisocial, but why is it so hard to make friends? And even the friends that I do have, it's just, we have different schedules and people are busy. And so I came to the conclusion, like, okay, I cannot necessarily rely on other people to be down to do things because they have their own lives, which is completely fair. I can only control, obviously, what I do. But what do? I don't have a car. I walk around campus, sure, and I've been trying to like explore nooks and crannies or whatever, go for a walk, listen to a podcast, go for a run, whatever. But like after a certain while, it's just like I get a little stir crazy. And it's not like I'm not friendly. Like I try to smile, I try to say hi to people, make conversation. It's just like, I don't know if it's me, if there's something about me that it's like hard to connect with people, even though I feel like I can be a people person. So I don't get it. This is turning into my therapy session. But you know, maybe that's a good outlet. So yeah, this first week was just actually really stressful, and we'll see how the rest of the semester goes. Why am I always like this? I don't know if it's me that's just like negative, but I try not to be negative. I don't know if I'm just like more like sensitive to my environment. So in changes in my environment that I don't even necessarily realize, like I don't think I'm stressed out, but I actually am, because I don't know. So yeah,